We're not going to find out this spring, but I'm kind of just starting it now. I'm going to go 10 toes down, much like Chip will not do about the Kentucky Wildcats.
Oh, well, yeah, you are correct, sir.
Clemson is dead. It's dead. It's not coming back. There's no, like, there will be, as the offseason goes on, you will start seeing people, like saying maybe, oh, Clemson, maybe this is the year they, nope, it's dead. Like, we're going to see in the draft, there's going to be 3 Clemson players that go, like, in the first round. Maybe, there's going to be a lot of Clemson players. You look at, like, there's a site that tracks, like, consensus big boards for the NFL draft. And if you've looked the last few years, like we've talked about it, I talked about when we were going mocks last week, all these Clemson players have been going early in the draft, and the team has not lived up to the talent level on the field in recent years. I was looking at the big board for the 27 season, the consensus big board, which granted, long way away, still somewhat, a lot of movement. There are only 2 Clemson players in the top 100. The talent is gone. They don't have the same kind of players that they have had all these years. Miami's resurgent. You're seeing in the portal all these, like Virginia Tech is now going to basically be another version of what Penn State was, which might not have been good enough to win the Big Ten. But guess what? Penn State was good enough to win the ACC. So if you bring that to Virginia Tech, you bring that to Blacksburg, that's a team that's very good. Florida State, we know, is punting on this season. They're thinking more long-term, but they're probably not going to go anywhere. I think Clemson's time as a premier program in college football is officially done. Their last big game was their playoff loss to Texas, and it's going to be a long time before we see another one, unless we go to 24. Once we go to 24, maybe Clemson starts getting back in that at large consideration, but I bet you it's a different coach in charge by then.
I think that I've got them slated 7th in the ACC.
Mm-hmm.
They're
done.
It's, I just don't see it. I see a noticeable gap, certainly with the Miami Hurricanes, but even with just some of that like B+, A- level consistency that you're getting from SMU and Louisville, Yeah, Ryan's on a heater right now. I knew another doubting Thomas. That's what Dabo Sweeney is saying right now. Yeah, it's I do not think there is an easy path for Clemson to get back to anything close to the control it had over the ACC. And I think that, unfortunately for Clemson fans who so desire that, I'm not sure their coach is going to pursue an easy path. I think he told us his most honest thoughts when he said, well, maybe we go 6-6 this year, right? And sure enough, they ended up in the Pinstripe Bowl. I think that when he was celebrating a winning streak to close out a disappointing season to win the Gator Bowl, and he was talking about we need to still cherish stuff like this. We're not going to win everything forever. I think he really believes that. I don't think he's going to take any shortcuts. I don't think he's going to do anything crazy to change his ways. I think he's going to continue along the same path as long as he's at Clemson. Now, is Clemson happy with that? That's a tough existential question for Clemson to be able to answer. But to your point about the future mock drafts, they're going to have to do something that Clemson was not doing when it won 6 straight ACC championships and went to 6 straight college football playoffs, played in the national championship game 4 times and won 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have to win with less talent because the roster that they have is not at the top of the ACC in terms of talent. And that's going to be a little bit different. When you had Deshaun Watson and Trevor Lawrence and first round wide receiver after first round wide receiver, and you had Travis Etienne, the all purpose, all everything, and you had defensive linemen up and down that are still playing, in the NFL. Everything looked easier, for the Clemson Tigers, and they just barreled through the conference. But right now, the talent gap is not there. I don't think you were crazy calling your shot and just going to go ahead and throw that on record. And the extra piece of that I liked is you being able to signal the Texas game because the Texas game made Clemson fans feel something. Like, remember, it was a double-digit win, but in the game, Clemson did not look like they did not belong. So to win the ACC in that crazy, Syracuse had to beat Miami, overcoming a 21-point deficit. And then Hoser makes a 61-yard field goal in Charlotte. I mean, Clemson fans for a split second were like, maybe the sun can still shine on us. And even in the Texas loss, there were glimmers there. But this team, which started up in the top 4 and finished in the Pinstripe Bowl and does not have robust future NFL talent moving forward, it is going to have to be it is going to have to require great coaching, and it's going to have to require great player development, because this is not a team that rides all around the stadium and gets off the bus and is ready to just beat you by lacing them up.